Big sister time. Success and happiness. Message from a guy that I've been dating. He said what? Sometimes I really do think, what would my 12-year-old self think? Good morning. I just want to start this YouTube saying that if I slip over on camera, I will keep it in the YouTube video. I got a text from my mum this morning saying it's so slippery. My housemate said it's so slippery. I'm trying to walk carefully, but I am a clumsy mother. Hi guys. Wow, recording episode 2, and I feel like it. I'm not scared. I haven't ran for the hills. I got a crazy amount of support. I had some people I didn't know, and also saying what I'm saying is resonating, which is great. Anyway, so what am I doing now? I am walking to the station, so I get in my steps. It's about a 25-minute walk, and then I am going to the studio. I don't even think I mentioned the name of my business earlier, but it's Candid Studios, a self-portrait studio where you take control of your story, all about bringing people into a more confident place. Whoa, she nearly went there. Swapping hands, 1 second. It started as a self-love revolution, wanting people to feel great about themselves, celebrate themselves, and it's turned into a business that's been running for 3 years, and we have a studio in Portobello Road, well, just off. So today is my studio day. So what it looks like is me going in. I go in normally a bit earlier so I can sort of like slowly set up, get a matcha, sit on the desk and just go through my inbox before the day starts and before the clients come in. Because when the clients come in, super important that if Lily and I are in there, we are off all building business. We're just focusing on the clients, making sure they get the best candid experience. Potentially seeing a lovely friend who's been away for 3 weeks for a coffee today. I want to talk through what my week's been like so far. So we're at Wednesday, and I just want to show you how drastically different day to day can be. So Monday is always what we call a bare minimum Monday, which means no high pressure activities fall on a Monday, because even though we have Mondays every week, we know what we're expecting. We want them to be joyful. We don't want them to be urgent. We want them to be, you know, using our brains, doing the bits of the work that we really enjoy and we really can get our teeth into, and start the week on a really good note. We had meetings in the morning, so we had our social meeting with our girl Hannah, and we sort of spoke through the January strategy, make sure it's all good. We said that we were where we need to add in little bits, take away little bits, because this year is about putting out stuff that only adds value, and if it doesn't add value, then we're not putting it out. We have worked like that for a really long time, but the main reason is for you guys and also for us, because we need to work smarter, not harder. And as you guys know, the algorithms are changing all the time, every single day, and I think this is the year where we become more boots on the ground. So what we did is we went through with Hannah through all of that strategy, tick what Hannah has to do for the rest of the month, because unfortunately she's leaving us in February. She was our first big hire in June 24, and just has changed our lives in so many ways, taught us so much. She's incredible, and her business herself is just growing and developing into a way where the role didn't fit her anymore, and she just is a women's wear designer. She's an excellent person. She's a brand world builder, and I think she is going to do insane things this year. Do you know what's really hard? When people look at you like they're really judging you, and you're like, babe, just let me be. Yeah, then me and Lily, we got out of our normal working space, which on a Monday is usually mum and dad's, because it's where we can both come together, see mum and dad for a walk in the morning, Cosmo, our dog, and then actually like deep focus at the house. We're all London, so it makes sense. So then me and Lils got out of that environment and went down the road to a very cosy riverside pub, not for alcohol, for a cup of tea, And we went into 6 hours of vision setting, goal setting, what works in 25 and what didn't work in 25, what we want in 26, what are our key responsibilities, our key goals, what is our overriding message for Q1, what financially and also marketing, like in all different ways of our business. So for instance, our overriding message is stripping back to bounce back. So last year we had a very wobbly time with cash flow. And as any small business owner out there or business owner out there will know, cash flow can absolutely annihilate your mental health, because you just feel like you're trudging through cement, there's so like little bits of light come through, and then you feel so desperate for these lights to flash, and then they don't, and then you're stuck, and then you're constantly pivoting and you're running on nothing, especially at the end of the year. So that was one of our biggest problems last year, and this year we're not having it anymore. So we're stripping back, which means in costs, in the amount of work we're putting in. But yeah, it's really exciting. So stripping back to bounce back, Q1 overriding. And then our marketing is bottling that feeling. So a lot of you know about Candid already and have used Candid, but a lot of you, more than the people who have used it, don't know Candid and don't know what it does and what it feels like to be in that studio. And we want to basically bring more client proof into our strategy, be it across LinkedIn, newsletters, Instagram, TikTok. We went through all of that for 6 hours. Me and Lily signed a little contract to each other with a new set of rules, a new set of safe words. Yeah, if we're at dinner with someone and one of us brings up work and the other doesn't want to talk about it, we're allowed to say, not right now. There's so many rules that we've put in that are so us coded. We're thinking like business owners finally. You know, like I know that we've got here because of the scrappiness and the way that we think differently. We now do have systems in place and we have structure and strategy, and that's still growing, but like the way that we have evolved in the year, basically realizing we have no bottom and we need to build some bricks. And it's really helped, and I can't like recommend it enough. If that's where you are right now in the growing of something, don't leave it all in your head. Take the time to do 2-3 days at the start of like really just planning out those systems and what they look like, because without them it's much easier for things to just fall through the cracks and then affect your personal life and mental health. Really important, guys. Big sister talking. Put yourself first. Make sure you're not exerting yourself through work, because work needs to meet you where you are. And we are not our work. Work is not who we are. It's just a really cool part of who we are. Anyway, so that was Monday. And I've spoken for 5 minutes already. And then Tuesday, so what I'm planning on doing, Tuesday and Wednesdays are going to be my call and outreach days. So they're going to be my getting onto my leads list, talking to Natalie, who's our part-time sales girl. She's incredible, and business development. Her brain, I love it. And the only days in the week that I put in calls. So yesterday I had 4 calls, a call with Natalie to set off 26 targets. Also, that's another thing this year that's new. We did start bringing in targets last year because it really did motivate us when we're like, so we've made this month, this much, next month we have to hit this to be able to say, get like a fridge for the studio, which we're all dying for. So that's one of our biggest targets, to be able to hit this amount that we make this month so we can get a Diet Coke fridge in the studio, because deep down we're just girly pops that need a Diet Coke at 3 o'clock. But today is different because Lily has an appointment that she cannot miss. So that is when me and Lils talk to each other and go, listen, I've got an appointment I can't miss. Can you take the studio day from me? And I'm like, sis, sure, I can. And it's a slower week. Like, the bookings are crazy the last few weeks of Jan, but this is a slower week of bookings, so I'll have more capacity to do some outreach. I did all my calls yesterday, And then Friday is also like a spillover of calls and things, so that's fun. Okay, I'm back. I had a message from a guy that I've been dating. I'm not brave enough to bring that up on the internet just now. Okay, so now I'm going to switch off, listen to my podcast, listening to Grace Beverley and Abigail Foster, all about financial health this year, and within 20 minutes realised that I need to have a premium bonds account and signed up for premium bonds. Guys, the cutest thing just happened at Notting Hill Gate. I got gifted these flowers when I was about to get my Blank Street match, and it was kind of like a weird universe moment, because I drink a can of Trip every day at 3 p.m. or after work at like 6 or 7. And the whole Trip team were outside of Notting Hill Gate station, and they come over to me, give me a free Trip. And then they're like, I'm like, oh my God, I love Trip, talk to me. And they're like, oh my God, tell me more. And I was like, I have a Trip every day. I was like, stunning for their marketing. I was like, support the girlies. And then I told them about Candid being down the road, and their office is in Notting Hill. And then they gifted me these flowers, which is so cute. And yeah, what a wholesome way to start the day. And I told them that one of our goals in January is to get a pink fridge for me and the girls' Diet Cokes and Trips for that 3 p.m. slump. And they were like, okay, this could be a really good social media campaign. I'm gonna get that fridge. I'm gonna get that fridge. Sometimes being a founder is picking up a microwave and a kettle on your lunch break, because the whole team are interested in saving money this year and not spending extortionate amounts around the spaces of Notting Hill on coffees and lunch. Thought I'd give you a different view because you haven't seen this view. This view is where I normally am. So welcome to Candid Studios. I have just set up the staff kitchen. I went all the way to Sainsbury's that said they had an Argos, and they didn't. So I had to walk another mile to go and find the Sainsbury's, and I picked up a microwave and a kettle because our kettle broke. Obviously it's very important to have a kettle. As you can see here, we have the microwave, we have the kettle, and we have the coffee machine that was already here. And this is our little staff hall. Look how cute. And I've got my lovely, is it croissant or croissant cups? And I put little stickers on everything. Look. Moved here in June 2024. So we've been here for nearly 2 years. As you can see, it's just so pretty. This is like a retail area. We also have retail over here. So we have illustrated by Wheezy's prints. I know you know her, she's incredible. We have candles, the sex diary, the waiting area, so when people come in, they can have a little seat, and they can flick through the Candid books. It's updated though, but you can see, so we started with self-love. Let me just show you my nan. This is me and Lily's nan, oh my God. And then you go into like, the majority of people come in here for sleigh headshots, so great. And we sort of flick through there. Business girlies, we've got Ellie Middleton, that's Louise, who is illustrated by Wheezy, who did all the prints in the back. Stunning. Anyway, there's lots of inspiration there while you're sitting. And my favourite is that we have old Vogues. Wow. I picked these up in a charity shop as I was shopping to like decorate the place. Oh my God, okay. So, what's just fallen out of that? Success and happiness. I'm going to put that on my own vision board. At the moment, I'm going to stick it to my head. Oh no, that's very stupid of me. This is your sign, which Lily really wanted because she thinks that if someone comes in and there's a question going on in her head, she's going to go, that's my sign. Oh, and that's my mum. Our mum, sorry. At 22, and then now. Desk. She's beautiful. We love the desk. She was from eBay. I think a girl went through a breakup and she was like, get rid of everything from the house, and she made this, and it was like £200, and we were like looking for a Glossier pink desk, and it just came up on eBay. It was like magic. Through, and here is the studio. So it isn't set up right now properly. The lights are normally all on, but my favourite bit is a self-love wall. Let me take you through. Sort of like a journey that my best friend made me and the marks. It's kind of just like showing exactly what Candid is and the feeling of it. This is basically a wall where if you are shooting at Candid, you can leave a poster for the next what I love the most about it is that if you are having a little wobbly in the middle of your session, you can look at that wall for a minute and you're just going to feel fantastic. So let me just read some out live time. Life is about the journey, not just the destination. You're forever sexy. I love that one. You are enough, be happy. Oh my God, these are so lovely. Oh my God, I love this one because I always see it when I go to the bathroom. Make sure you have a giggle. Super important. Always step out your comfort zone. Love. So then we've got the incredible prop box. Wow. Cowboy hats, princess hats that were made at like a party that we had here. We have DIY events. If you're on Click, CLIQ, please follow us, Candid Studios. We're going to do lots more this year. Glasses, disco balls. Oh, my favourite. The new prop, the phone. Because girlies come in here and they're like, I need some props to like announce things and like, you know, they could post this being like, you said what? Like as in like launch coming. Anyway, so that's perfect. And then a little story time. If I can find it. Yeah. Our dad wants us to sell kind of merch. I don't think we're, hang on. I don't think we're, you know, big enough yet to sell merch. But he made these caps and he, obviously it's not branded, and he found this website and just ordered 10 of them, and he told me and Lils that we could sell them for 30 quid each. I don't think we can, but it's a really cool prop in the prop box, and if you would like to buy one for 30 quid, let me know. So this is the self-shooting concept over here. I'm not going to show you exactly how it works, but you are up here, live, you got a clicker, from the tripod, and then it comes up directly on the screen, on here. Cute. The little changing room for privacy. People bring, honestly, suitcases. There's the balcony and the bathroom, but I don't need to show you those. And then also you have a timer in your session so you know exactly where you are, which is super important. Oh, I forgot to mention the retro booth. So this is the retro booth. It's not on, but she is the main character of every event. So as you can see here, a little wall, and you can just come in, walk in and take your own photos. £6 for a little walk in Notting Hill, but only photos in Notting Hill so far. Anyway, I feel like this is very business heavy YouTube, which it wasn't supposed to be. Let me just tell you how I'm feeling. So, obviously so happy that I have a coffee machine. I'm actually gonna make a coffee, so bear with me. Today has been a good day. We've had some deals that were open before Christmas close, and as any small business owner knows, it's really great when a deal closes because it sort of takes the pressure off. You don't feel so scrappy, and it's really great because it means that we can stabilize a little bit in January and really focus on what we were gonna do, which is, you know, do a whole campaign on bottling that feeling and staying creative and like doing our YouTube. Is that plugged in? Like me and Lily's brains are so creative that you really can get into creativity. So you can like do the newsletter you've wanted to send, like start the marketing like tactic you wanted to start, like start building it. Like right now I've got time to what am I having? A matcha. I think I'm having a matcha. I've got these matchas from Perfect Ted. Stunning. Matcha. Is it the sweet one? Oh, it's not the sweet one. Shit. So I just had an Attis salad bowl, stunning, and I'm watching Maddie Borges' new business blog. She's opened an incredible wash bag and organisation bags brand called Pastel. I really want one myself, and I'm just watching her amazing blog. It's literally 22 minutes. She has designed it so beautifully. It's so aesthetic. One day I will be able to be aesthetic, but not with the schedule that I have. Anyway, so tonight I'm going over to my friends. We're gonna have a bottle of red wine, some good home-cooked food, and it's raining outside. It's so cozy. Sometimes I really do think, what would my 12-year-old self think? It's perfect for me that I'm getting a red wine. Stunning. Let's go.
don't consent.
Ah!
Where's that light coming from? Gotcha.
Okay,
Look,
right.
look, there's a light shining down on me. It's like I'm a chosen one.
Red wine, it's a Friday. We've just finished a very good meeting. My hair. We have a new fractional commercial director coming on. Right, what
It's very good vibes, guys. Very good vibes.
Very good vibes.
Wait, why don't we just work from your laptop?
Yeah.
Shall I sit on this? So I can be next to you.
Should I like... Should I pick it up?
Yeah.